Hi guys, so welcome to my lunchtime live. It's Friday, it's 1 o'clock, which means I'm here on Facebook doing a lunchtime live. So that is my commitment to my business, to you guys as well, that I'll be here every single Friday. So guys, if you're coming into the room, please feel free to just drop me an answer. I'm going to pop a question up in the thing here just to see you guys, if you guys have got that feeling as well. So fantastic, it's almost the weekend, so we are almost there. We're just literally a few more hours away. So hi Anita, welcome. Thank you for joining me today on the lunchtime live. Really good to see you. So guys, my lunchtime lives are here to help you guys with regard to your social media and the marketing of your business. And as some of you know me a little bit better, you know that I offer free advice, I offer guidance, I offer top tips, I give you some value, and I'm going to come back to that in a few seconds. So guys, if you're coming into the room, Colette, hi there, nice to see you. Sarah, lovely to see you. Thank you guys. I hope you've all got that Friday feeling. Let me know guys if you're feeling good. If you're not, then feel free to drop that in the comments as well. It's been a very busy week, and it's Friday lunchtime and there's no other place to be, so thank you for joining me. I think I'm competing at the moment. Unfortunately, we've got some sad news in the world today. I just saw that Prince Philip has just passed away, so I'm sure that's dominating quite a lot of people's attention at the moment. So if you guys have missed this and you're watching back on replay, then do feel free to drop me a comment, drop me a message, I will still get back to you. I always go back through my live events and chat. So if you are watching this on replay, guys, welcome. And guys, don't forget that if you head over to my Facebook page, you can see all of my live events that are taking place. You can also see all my live previously as well. I've got a YouTube channel, everything goes onto my YouTube channel, and the idea behind that is that I've got as much coverage as possible for my business. So Colette, feeling knackered but satisfied? Yeah, I kind of get that as well. I'm feeling pretty tired myself at the moment. Martin, fantastic news, Martin. I'm really pleased you're back, and God bless you for what I've seen on Facebook this week. So Martin is one of my top fans, and he's been to almost every one of my lunchtime lives now, right from day one. So guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you today about the 5 ways in which you can make your social media stand out. Now, it's really important that we kind of look through this, and if you've got any questions at all whilst I'm going through my lunchtime live, feel free just to add it into the comments, okay? I'll be able to jump on those straight away. Just so you know, I can see all the comments just over here. So, you know, if you drop me a comment, then I'll automatically see it. As you probably notice, I like the comments as they come through. And that's my way of just recognizing that I've kind of looked at the comment and jumped on that as well. Hi, Sam. Welcome to my lunchtime live. It's fantastic you're here. So I'm going to get started, guys. I'm going to talk about the 5 ways to make your social media stand out. And the first one I'm going to talk about today is about creating daily content. And it's really important that you think of this on a consistent basis. Consistency is key with social media. Okay, there is nothing worse than looking at a Facebook page that is out of date, that's had like a large amount of time without any post. I mentioned this on one of my last lives, talking about the ghost town social media accounts, talking about why people, when they come onto your Facebook page is as good, as effective as your website, or even the front door to your shop. So when I talk to a lot of clients, I say to them, certainly clients that have got physical shops, I say to them, well, you know, do you flip the open sign or the closed sign round when you walk into the shop? Of course you do. You know, that's because you're encouraging people to come in. So with a Facebook page that has no content or no recent content, effectively what you are looking to promote there is that you're not potentially available. Now, if you are unable to take on any more clients, or you are unable to do anything, or you don't have anything to sell, then you still need to be considering what your actual marketing objectives are. And if that means that people are going to be you're going to be looking to try and promote a bit of awareness, or you're selling a product in particular, then it's important that you do make sure that you keep consistency. And that is a real important part of this. It reminds people that you're still there. You know, by posting on a regular basis, you may not suddenly get a phenomenal reach figures, and you may suddenly find that, you know, you're not getting, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people are looking at your content straight away. But over a period of time, when people do go back and scroll through your Facebook, because don't forget that people will find your page, they'll click on your page and they'll scroll down. And if you've got regular different bits of content on there, then that's going to help. Now, with social media marketing, it is also about interruption marketing as well. So it's talking about putting your brand in front of people when people are engaging with posts. So I've talked a lot in the past about how to get more engagements on your content, how to get more comments, likes, and shares, and that consistent social media strategy will help you do that. Because if people see more of you and your brand, then it's really important that they're going to actually kind of get to know you a little bit more. And I'll come back onto that on my list at the moment. So guys, if you're joining me on a replay or just joining me catch up, then I'm talking today about the 5 ways to make your social media stand out. And the first one I just said there about creating daily content. The second one is a real important one as well. It's talking about adding value. Now, ask yourself a question, what are you offering to your potential audience? Are you providing any value to them? Are they looking at your content and going, that's really interesting, that's good to know? Or for example, they might be thinking, that's really interesting, I can use that going forward. Look at what I do on my social media, because I offer a lot of free advice. I do direct people into my website, I give top tips, I do live videos, I do everything I possibly can to give you guys as much value as possible. So I think that's really, really important that you just consider that when you are posting out onto your social media. Are you providing people with value? If you're selling a product, for example, how many times does somebody need to see that product before they actually buy that product? Now, if it's, I think in marketing terms, people talk about seeing your brand 6 or 7 times before they make a decision. If that is the case, then talk about the product, I was going to say property, talk about the product itself, talk about the features and the benefits, talk about what it is and how that person is going to feel when they have that product in their hand. If you're offering a service, talk about the value of the service. What is it you offer? What is it you can give them? And that also flips back as well into, does somebody look at your social media and go, okay, that's a really valuable piece of information that they've given me? Because what's going to happen is in a few weeks' time, they may be chatting with a friend of theirs that's talking about something relating to your business, and you'll be able to jump on straight away and say, they'll be able to jump on straight away and say, go and talk to these guys because I saw a post recently on Facebook that said XYZ, and the benefits of that are XYZ. So the advantage of just giving people that value is important. Now you can also create value on a consistent basis. I'm tying the first 2 top tips that I'm giving you today. So create daily content that is of value to somebody. Give people something for free. Give people something that they can take away, they can use. They become familiar with your brand, they become familiar with you, and people buy from people. So if you are providing a service that is very, very much face-to-face, then it's important that people can buy into you. Now, talking of face-to-face, I did an interview last night for ITV News, for ITV Anglia, which I have to drop this in. I can't not drop this into my lunchtime live. But my uncle turned 105 on Bank Holiday Monday, and he's an absolute trooper. He really is. He's absolutely fantastic. He's fitter and healthier than me. He's actually really, really good. And ITV Anglia contacted me yesterday morning and said, look, we'd love to come and feature him on the 6 o'clock news. Can we get in contact? Can you put us in touch with him? How do we go about that? So I engaged with them, met with them, done my hair, did a short little interview. I got my 15 seconds of fame, and I was on ITV Anglia last night. More importantly though, there was a fantastic feature as well from ITV Anglia. It was absolutely beautiful. Just listening to my Uncle David talking was really, really nice, and it was quite interesting when I saw the video back last night, actually how relatable he is. People will buy into him. He's 105 years of age. How can you not buy into that? Anyway, but that's enough about this. We are talking today about my 5 top tips to making your social media stand out. Talked about consistent content. I've talked about adding value. I'm going to talk to you now about how to look at mixing things up. Okay, mix up your content. Don't just post the same thing. The same thing is boring. If you're selling products, stop selling products after products on every post. It is boring. People just won't buy into it. People need to see something a little bit different, and there's lots of different things that you can do to kind of mix up your social media. I've done a presentation recently to there was about 70 people on this presentation on Zoom, and I talked to them about the number of different things that you could be posting out onto your social media each week. And what that means is you can have a varying amount of content. So you could be posting out a question, a poll, you could actually post out an inspirational quote, you could post out some local news or some interesting relevant industry news and add some commentary to that as well. You could put a little video together, you could go live on Facebook. I can almost feel that oh my god, I've got to go live. But these are things that you can do. Feature a member of your team, give people a little tour of your workshop, give people a little better understanding. Try and do something a little bit different. If you're selling products on your social media, people need to buy the brand first. Now, when you buy a product online, people come onto Facebook, for example, their buying intent on Facebook is about 3 to 5%, which means they're not coming to Facebook to buy a product, or they're not coming to Facebook to buy a service. But what they are coming to do is to follow your brand and to buy into your brand. So it's really important that you do look at mixing things up. Colette would love to meet your uncle. He's actually in Fenstanton. So he actually lives in Fenstanton. He's very, very independent. But Colette, we'll have to talk about that another time. That'll be really, really interesting to kind of develop on that a little bit more. So, guys, so we've talked about daily content. I've talked about adding value, mixing things up. The next one is really, really important. I'm just looking through some of the people that have said hello to me here, and the next one I think is going to be really relevant to a couple of people here. So I'm talking about videos. I'm talking about going live, and I keep banging on about doing videos and doing live events and creating different videos. I talk about it a lot, and I do it a lot as well. And I think the reason why I do that is because it helps people to understand me a little bit more. It helps people understand what I do for you guys. But if you're selling yourself, then you need to sell yourself. You need to put your face out there. You need to show that little bit of authenticity that's going to help people buy into you. People buy from people first, and video content is really, really good. I offer a video creation service for £99, and quite a few people have actually taken me up on this offer, because having a video content doesn't just mean grabbing your phone and recording a video like this. It could be that you've got like an explainer video, or you could have a video that talks about how to access one of your services, or how to buy a product, or whatever it may be. That whatever you are selling, whether it's yourself or a product or a service, you can create videos to really do that. And if you need any help, then feel free to let me know, because I'll happily talk to you in a little bit more detail, perhaps give you a little bit of inspiration as well. So going live on Facebook is a big thing, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on LinkedIn, if you're allowed to. So going live is really important, because this live here today, I've got people watching me now that are interacting with me, and you guys are buying into me just that little bit more each time I go live on Facebook. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're going live on Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever it may be. The act of going live is actually putting yourself out there, and it's a big step. It can be really, really daunting for a lot of people, and I get a lot of people say to me, well, I'm nervous about going live, I'm nervous about making mistakes. Do you know what? I get nervous every single time before I come onto a live. I always get nervous. I took a photo about half an hour ago. I was just setting up my camera, I was just setting everything up, and Flo come and joined me, and I literally just got a photo, took it, posted it onto my social media, just to say going live in 15 minutes, just because it was something a little bit different, something mixing things up, and also got the cat in the photo as well. So but when you go live, things can happen. I did a live event recently, and for some reason my webcam just literally dropped off my tripod. Don't even know what happened, but it literally dropped on the floor. And my first thought was, oh god, that's really, really unprofessional. But yeah, okay, it is a little bit, but it just shows you that things like that can happen. But I may suddenly get Flo jump up on the desk in a few minutes. I haven't shut the door. This is me, this is who I am, this is what you guys are buying into, this is my environment, and this is why I'm creating daily content. I'm mixing things up, I'm adding value with everything, and with my Facebook lives I'm adding value. Now, I don't know whether this person is still in the room or not, but I got sent an absolutely amazing text message yesterday from someone, and the text message yesterday basically was thanking me for what I do, and it was telling me about the value that I offer with my live events and how I've helped so many people, and I know that. But sometimes it's hard, for me to understand that. So, just from a mental perspective, so I got this message yesterday, and it actually really, really made me kind of feel a bit emotional. Purely because it was just a really lovely thing to read, a lovely thing for that person to say. So I do really, really appreciate that feedback as well. And talking of feedback, if anybody would like me to cover anything on one of my live events, then just let me know. Just drop me a message and say, look, Simon, I'd like to know more about X, Y, Z, or how to do this, that, and the other. And I'm sure I'll be able to fit that into my schedule. Next week, I've got a very special lunchtime live. Got a couple of guests coming along, so I'm going to be recording that from my mobile, and I'm going to do the live, and I'm going to bring people into the live as I go along and talk about social media. And what I'm going to be doing is just interviewing them, just saying hi, just talking to them, and just so other people can get to see other people. I just want to bring a few people in. So I've got a few people in mind. I've asked 2 people, and I'm trying to get 2 or 3 different people to come on, just literally for a few minutes. So if you're in the room and you're interested, then let me know. You're welcome to come and join me. I was thinking about doing it as a kind of, not in a dating sense, but in a speed dating sense, where I get every 2 minutes get somebody else come in. But again, it's just getting the right people in at the right time. So I'm just going to look at the comments. Okay, so Colette says, not sure how to do a video. Colette, let's talk. Let me talk to you. Let me explain to you a little bit more about a few things. Nerves are good. Yep, gets adrenaline going. It certainly does, 100%. Sam is listening and practicing doing videos. I love that. Good. You will get there, Sam. It will happen, and we'll do that together. So, Anita says her dog made an appearance on live. Yeah, it does, Anita. I bet you had that hot rush of kind of feeling go through your body, like, oh my god, I can't believe that's happened. It is good. It has happened to me quite a few times. So guys, I've talked so far, and I've given you 4 tips where I'm talking about the 5 ways to make your social media stand out. And the last one is a real interesting one. It's a word that I used to struggle to say, and that's authenticity. Okay, I used to struggle to say that one. I don't know whether you guys ever have an issue with the word, but I seem to have overcome that now. So being authentic is really, really important. And I've said a few things in today's live about the importance of people buying from people. And people will actually get a better understanding of someone if you are more authentic. The question I ask you guys is, do you trust the information I give you? Do you trust the relationship that we have, with my clients? Do they understand, who I am? Are people looking at me and saying, okay, he is genuine, he's a human being, I'm not perfect, but spoiler alert, there is nobody perfect out there. But like I said, people buy you, so that's an opportunity for you to just simply be yourself. And it's very, very difficult, because I can actually now look at that authenticity and say, okay, let's be yourself, and take that back through the other tips that I've given you today. So you can be yourself on daily content. You can actually show your personality within the content that you're producing. The value of the work, the value of the advice you give, the support you give, will show authenticity as well. So that's really, really good. By doing videos, you are mixing things up. So if you're putting yourself out there on a video, then that instantly is mixing things up for you. And I think that's really important, that we look at the whole picture of how to make your social media stand out. If you come onto this thinking he's going to give me some advice about making a fantastic graphic to make it all stand out, then yeah, I can do that. I can help you with that. I can talk to you about that. I do that with some of my clients. I do some graphic work where basically the image will make a big difference on your timeline, makes things stand out. But what I'm talking about is what you are doing for your business and your social media. The actual end product that you're putting out is fantastic, but you have to think of this from a mindset perspective of exactly what you are doing. So are you creating daily content? And what I'm asking you there is, are you being I can't even say it, are you being accountable for your business? And that's really, really important to think about. If you are busy in the business Now I can get that way, okay? I get overwhelmed very, very easily at the moment, and with a lot of work, a lot of clients that I'm working with, and I get a lot of projects come onto my desk, and I get overwhelmed very quickly. I find myself actually being too much in the business and not sitting there on the business thinking, right, okay, I need to be marketing myself. I need to be doing X, Y, Z this week. I need to do this, and that's what I've been doing on a regular basis, is taking the time out of my day to say, do you know what, for the next half an hour or the next 40 minutes, I'm going to sit here and do something for my business. And that makes me accountable for this Friday lunchtime at 1 o'clock. So join me, guys. Welcome, Kate. I'm sorry you're late, but you can watch it all back, Kate, because you've missed out on 4 or 5 of my top tips today, but it's lovely to have you here. Thank you. If anybody else is joining late, then feel free to drop in, guys. Just come and say hello. You're welcome to do that. Now, I have completely 100% forgotten to put my poll out there. So that's typical, isn't it? So I'm going to activate my poll now. I do this every single time. Let me just have a quick look. Bear with me 1 second. It should pop up any second now, guys. Here we go. Right, okay, you should see that coming up in a few seconds. So so Kate, don't worry about it. Feel free to rewatch again. So creating daily content, being accountable for your business. You see what I mean there? I got a little bit flustered because something wasn't right and I didn't do something. You see what I mean? How natural that really is. So being accountable, guys, for the content that you're putting out. Are you sitting there looking at your business going, everything's great, everything's really good, and then you're not actually conveying that message on your social media? Or are you potentially leaving your social media alone completely and just being inundated with the day-to-day running of the business, and you are 100% inside the business and not actually managing the business? Hi Des, welcome to welcome to my lunchtime lives. Good to have you on board. So talk about adding value. What are you doing? Have you got expertise? If you have an expertise, are you showing that expertise through your social media? Are you actually doing something to help somebody else? Are you showing people exactly kind of who you are and how you can help them? So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because all of this shows authenticity as well. You can really put that into your social media output, and by mixing things up on a regular basis, not just posting the same sort of thing, you're mixing it up with a video on a Monday, perhaps a nice inspirational photo on a Friday. You might want to post something out of the weekend that's something's a little bit more engaging to get questions. Are you asking people questions? Are you asking people to engage with you? I do it on a regular basis, and I'm not after 1,000,001 engagements. I'm not a massive agency brand that's kind of got 10,000 followers or anything like that. What I'm trying to do is just relate to some of my clients and get some of my followers to kind of interact with me as well. So Facebook Lives, doing videos, doing things like this, grabbing your phone and just literally recording a video, even if it's just for 20-30 seconds, that video will stand out. Now, I've got a quick thing for you. I'd like you to go away and have a think about your competitors. Think about the people that you may be losing business to, people that are also quoting for work that you do as well. And if you do have businesses out there that you would regard as a competitor, ask yourself, are they posting more than I am? Are they posting better quality content? What are they doing? I've said it before about not focusing too much on your competitors and being really kind of focused on what you're doing for your own marketing strategy. However, there's no harm in just having a little look over the fence to see what else is going on, because what you'll find is that if you are posting and you are one step ahead of your competitors, then that is fantastic news, and that is really, really good to see. I've got other agencies, digital marketing agencies, social media agencies in the area, and I can see that they're posting on a regular basis, which is great. There's a few that just post now and again. I'm telling you guys, in my 7 posts in 7 days strategy, to be posting on a consistent basis, and that's what I do for my business. So why would I recommend you to do something and then not do it myself? So it's one of those things that I think is really, really important to understand. So guys, if you do have any questions for me, you're welcome to drop them in the comments. I'm going to be here for another 5-10 minutes, so you're welcome to do that. Alternatively, you're welcome to ask me a question privately. If you've got a question that you're not sure about, then guys, you are welcome 100% to message me privately and do that. So I'm just going to have a quick skim at the poll. I can see that okay, we've got 75% of people that do you think your social media stands out? 75% of people have said no at the moment. So that's a perfect opportunity then to actually look at this live, perhaps even re-watch it again later or at the weekend, or just literally pop some earphones in, plug it in while you're doing the washing up or something. If you don't have a dishwasher, we don't. So if you don't have a dishwasher, then just listen in. If you're doing some gardening, just pop it on, have a listen. Because what you'll find is that the more you get to hear, the more you get to understand about the different ways to make your social media stand out, the more you're likely to generate more activity on your social media going forward. I've said the word accountability, which I think is really important. I think a lot of business owners should actually look at their own marketing sometimes and just go, okay, is this working? What am I getting out of this? What am I paying for? Am I seeing results? Am I actually putting anything into this as well? Because I do value when a client comes to me and says, I've just done this video. Perfect example, got sent a video this morning from a construction company that I'm working with, or an extension company that I'm working with, and they actually created a video of one of their plasterers who was actually singing along while he was in there. Now, it was a fantastic video. It's gone out onto their social media. They're already getting quite a few likes already, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, that's the sort of thing that stands out, because people will see post after post after post, and then all of a sudden a nice video pops up and they stop, they engage, they like, they comment, they may actually share it. And if that's the case, then your social media is standing out. Now, with my social media, I like to create the videos. I like to do some top tips. I've actually, over the last week, been planning some videos to go out over the next kind of 2 or 3 weeks. And those videos are going to be going back to my social media top tips when I first started my business back in June. And I want to go back to that because that really, really worked as I was launching my business, as I was growing my audience, and more people were engaging with me. So now I'm going to go back to doing that again, because it's important that when you do something and it works, that you don't just sit there, give yourself a pat on the back and say, that was fantastic, well done. What you actually do is go back and say, right, how can I do this again? How can I tweak it for something else? I quite often go back through my posts, look at the reach figures that are on my posts, and what I will actually do is just kind of look at some of the content and think, okay, well, maybe what I can do is I can reshare this post again. I've just activated the featured link, guys. The featured link in my lunchtime live will take you straight through into the blog section on my website, and I've got lots of different blogs on there that you can look at. The last one was by giving your business the edge on social media by using national days. Now, I didn't know whether you know that there are national days for absolutely everything. So you're welcome to head over to my website, have a read of some blogs there if you've got some time. Really good to get some feedback from you as well. On a couple of the blogs, I'm talking about how to create your first Facebook page. I'm also talking about a 5-point daily checklist on Facebook. That's something that I'm really passionate about, is that every morning I will go onto my Facebook and I'll have a look to see what activity has happened overnight or first thing in the morning. And that's really important that I do that. I've written a blog about it, so if you head over to my blog section, guys, you're welcome to watch to read through those, and feel free to give me some feedback. So Anita, that's a really good comment, and that's really honest of you to say that. I mean, Anita's just said there that the website compared to her competitors is not perhaps as good, and I think what you'll find is that your website is an important place where you can hold all your content. People need to buy into you through your website. Have a look at the analytics on your website, Anita, and just try to see where your traffic is coming in from. What sources are coming in, because what you'll find is that you may be really busy on Instagram. You may be having a fantastic, you're getting lots of likes and people are commenting, but how many people are clicking on your link in the bio and going through to your website to find out more? How many people are buying your service directly through Instagram. Now, I'm not saying that Instagram is not worth using at all, but I'm just saying that what you'll find is that a lot more of your social traffic is likely to come from platforms where you can add a link, the likes of Facebook and Twitter or LinkedIn. With Instagram, it's a different type of marketing. So I had somebody recently say to me that Instagram is just like the place to go. It's the best place to go to promote your brand. And I said to them, I said, yeah, it is. If you have a industry that kind of fits that criterion, the demographic, this person's industry didn't. And I said to them, I said, well, you're only doing that potentially because you hear about Instagram, you hear about how great it is. So guys, if you do have any questions, you're welcome to drop them in. I've talked today about my 5 ways to make your social media stand out. Just going to give you a very, very quick recap. So we're talking about daily content. We're talking about daily content that provides value. So ask yourself that question: are you providing value on your social media? How do you mix things up on your social media? What are you doing? Are you just posting the same sort of thing every day, or are you doing something a little bit different? I'll give you an example. Throwback Thursday on yesterday, I posted, sorry, I couldn't even talk then. Yesterday, I talked about a throwback to when my uncle was born in 1916, and it was really interesting to look back over that time. And it's a throwback Thursday that's got, has got something to do with me, of course, but it's more about kind of picking a theme. A throwback Thursday is a really good thing to use. It's a good hashtag to use, and it's worth doing just simply because it will mix things up for you. Automatically, you'll mix things up. I posted a photo, I think, the other day when I was about 11, 12 years old. And why did I do that? Because I was fishing for engagements. If I'm being really, really honest with you and transparent with you, what I'm trying to do is build people up to kind of engage with me. Just remember, an engagement is when someone does something with your posts. So whether it's like it, share it, comment, click, whatever it may be, when somebody does something with a post of yours, that's classed as an engagement. So the more engagements you get, the more posts, the more your post will reach more people. Couldn't even say that again, could I? So the idea is get more engagements, increases the reach, increases the chances of people clicking your link on the website and actually taking up or buying into you and your service or the product that you have. So guys, sorry, the last 2 things there about going live, doing videos, and also being authentic. Hopefully you can see the authenticity in what I provide you here with my lunchtime live events. This is exactly who I am. This is my office space, and just over my shoulder here, as you can probably see, there you go, that was the first invoice that I sent, and I have that on there purely because it's a daily reminder of what I'm doing and what I've achieved. And guys, on that note, thank you very much for joining me today on my lunchtime live. It's been 30 something minutes, which is absolutely brilliant. Like I said, if you do have any questions, you are welcome to reach out to me. You're welcome to drop them in the comments box here, and I'll catch up with you. Alternatively, you're welcome to message me, inbox me on my Facebook page. And guys, if you are really happy with the content that I provide you on here, please feel free to go over to my Facebook page and write me a Facebook review. I'd love to kind of hear your feedback, good, bad, indifferent, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, it'd be really, really good to get the feedback from you. So thank you very much. Sarah, Sarah, fantastic. Go and do the Throwback Thursdays. Sarah, when you get a second, head over to my, you're on my Facebook page, head over to my Facebook page and just literally go back through my posts, and you'll see Throwback Thursdays. You'll see some posts on there. If you click on the images, that might be an easier place to go and see it as well. But yeah, I do the Throwback Thursdays because it's good for engagements, and it's good and it's healthy. So guys, thank you very much for joining me today. And like I said, if you are happy with what you hear, then keep doing it. Come back next week. Next week I'm going to have some special guests, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of an interview with them, talking to them about social media. So guys, you're welcome to come along. So I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. It's not a long one, is it, this week, unfortunately, but I really do hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on my next lunchtime live. So thanks very much, guys. Take care.